And welcome back, this is Baller Scuba with more Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. I am joined as always by Dumpus and his Pokemon squad of Rumpus, Sanders, Samcha, and a useless Tequila. When we last left off, we made it to Pewter City. We will officially explore Pewter City in a bit, but first I'm going to do something that I probably should have gotten started a long time ago. I have put this off as long as I could. We're going to find hidden items today. They are one of my least favorite mechanics of Pokemon, mostly because in this version of the game they seem to be out in the middle of nowhere. But in the previous version of the game it was a lot easier to figure out where they were. This time though, things have changed. So the first one should be right here. There it is. You have to be pointed at the right spot. There is a potion hidden there across from Sammy. I'll meet you just at the next hidden item. It'll still be in Viridian Forest. And on the trip back, I am able to find the rare encounter of Pikachu. Nice to see a Pikachu. I am going to kill it, however, because I can't catch it. Pikachu is your first intro. Oh dear God. Your first introduction to an electric type, if you are looking for an electric type, and I would recommend that you find one eventually. Pikachu is a great spot to start with. You won't be able to find one for a while, and yeah, anytime you hit Pikachu in this version of the game, you pretty much get paralyzed, because he's got like static shock all over his body. The next hidden item that we can find is on the left side of this tree here. Right before you get into the grass, you can find yourself an antidote. Very nice. Now, I will backtrack now that we know that hidden items exist, and we technically had a guy kind of tell us that hidden items exist, even though when I played this game the first time, I always assumed he just meant the stuff that was easily found along the path. I'm going to take you to where a hidden item used to be. Back in Viridian City for the kind of last one that we'll be going over for now. There is a small little tree branch sapling thing here that normally, if this were real life, you could easily just kind of shimmy past. But in this game, there is no way past this. This tree looks like it can be cut down. The only way past it is through it, using a move called Cut, which we do not have access to just yet. However, if you are playing red, blue, and yellow, instead of that Pokeball being on the other side over there, there is a hidden item right on the little tree sapling, and that will be a potion. I didn't want to show this off because there's nothing there now, so I would sound crazy. But there is in previous versions of the games. They just kind of replaced it with a Pokeball. All right, I will meet you back in Pewter City, through the forest again. Back at Pewter City, things are about to get serious. I still have Rumpus out in front. That is not what I wanted to do. I had to use a Paralyze Heal, but I'm fine with that. Rumpus is out in front, mostly because he's the lowest level out of people that I'm willing to use. I actually did look up Tequila here. I looked up Weedle to try to see, is it even worthwhile spending a second training Tequila? And the answer to that is no, because the two moves that Tequila has right now, which I have gone over before, Poison Sting and String Shot, are the only moves that a Weedle can learn in these generations of the game. That goes for 1 and 3. I thought that at some point Tequila would get a better move. I figured for sure Pin Missile at least, but the answer to that is no. Because I will not be evolving Tequila. Tequila is useless to me. I will only keep it around as a possible meat shield should things go badly for me. But now it's actually time to get serious. Having Rumpus out in front is going to be important, and I'll show you why in a bit. First, we can talk to this guy. There aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. This is the beginner town. They're all like bug catchers, just hobbyists. But Pewter Gym's Brock isn't like that, not one bit. Brock, you say? That sounds vaguely familiar. Mostly because of anime. not because of anybody actually talking to us around here. Here we can find the Pokemon Center, though I have been using it off screen. Let's go ahead and explore it a bit. I don't need to heal my Pokemon, but we do want to talk to people. What? Team Rocket is out Mount Moon, huh? I'm on the phone, scram! I don't know what a Team Rocket or a Mount Moon is, but it sounds like they'll be blasting off to somewhere. Probably not going to make it to the moon, though. I really want a Pikachu, so I'm trading my Clefairy for one. I would say that's a pretty even trade, actually. Pikachu for a Clefairy. Especially later on. Actually, I believe starting Generation 6, Clefairy gets a lot better. So I'm not sure anymore, but at this point, the Clefairy for a Pikachu, I'd say that's pretty even. Pikachu is not necessarily the best Pokemon in the game, despite it being Pokemon's mascot, really. I'm trading Pokemon with that kid there. I had 2 Pikachu, so I figured I might as well trade one, get something that I don't have. We are going to be introduced to trading mechanics pretty shortly. This is actually the point where you can actually trade Pokemon. So if you're trying to catch them all and you have multiple games, you have to get here every time in order to trade, you know, that Charmander, that Squirtle, that Bulbasaur over to your other file. This is where you need to go. Here we can talk to you. Hi, glad to meet you. That's unfriendly of you. How about saying hi back? I don't have that kind of ability. So come on, tell me about yourself. I'd love to hear your profile. Tell me something good about yourself. What's your profile? Sure, let's go through this. I don't think I've ever done this before. What's your profile? I am, can I change this? Apparently I can just change this. What? They give me like a list of names? That's stupid. Misk. I can just choose miscellaneous. Oh, can I choose adjectives? I can choose adjectives. Nothing all that great. Lolling. Sure. Nothing really stands out to me. Yet. Alright. Start. Can I go back? Okay, so we have... Oh, we have a whole bunch of shit here. Conditions, actions. Holy crap, I can totally, like... yeah, I'm not going to spend time doing this. This is so much more in-depth than I thought it was. But yeah, I'm a Pokemon friend. Yeah, that sounds good. That really just changes your profile when you link up with some other people. Or if you go on Wi-Fi, I believe. Oh, you've decided not to? You're fickle, aren't you? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't want to tell you about myself anymore. Professor Oak, how am I doing? Would you like to have... Yes! No, I went through all that dialogue to say no at this point. The amount of progress you've made on your Pokedex is 11 Pokemon seen and 4 Pokemon owned. You still have lots to do. Go into every patch of grass you see and look for Pokemon. Once again, the happy jingle. I'm doing terrible. I should have at least 10 by this point if I'm trying to complete the Pokedex. At least. We're done, though. We are done. Let's go talk to Jigglypuff. That vaguely sounds like something that I remember, but you notice once again that in this game, the Pokemon do not actually say their names. They do on the show, but they do not do that in the game. And that was a rendition of Jigglypuff singing her song that will put people to sleep. I don't think that's a big spoiler. Yeah, and when Jigglypuff sings, Pokemon get drowsy. Me too. So yeah, it's not a spoiler at all. I don't think I need to necessarily go up here. We have kind of already seen everything. There's nobody up here, but if you want to trade, now is the time to do it, especially if you're trying to trade starters. I will not be trading anything in. What I get is what I get, and that's what we're going to stick with. All right, let's head in here. How you doing, dude? Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught. I didn't catch that, I went too fast. Some moves must be taught to them by people. I just kind of rub a CD into their face until it gets done. I'll show that eventually. A Pokemon becomes easier to catch if it has a status problem. Sleep, poison, burn, and paralysis. Those are all effective. But catching Pokemon is never a sure thing. Actually, it has been to this point. I have not failed catching a Pokemon. I've been very lucky. That will probably change as we continue on. Here we can find a guy's garden. A stone gray city with lots of flowers in it. Even though flowers would be strong against rocks. Psst, do you know what I'm doing? No. I'm spraying Repel to keep wild Pokemon out of my garden. What if I say yes? That's right, it's hard work. Not really. Spraying Repel on yourself? Speaking of which, there is the Pokemon shop. The Pokémart, I should say. Good things can happen if you raise Pokemon diligently. Even the weak ones can surprise you if you don't give up on them. There are like 2 or 3 Pokemon that start off terrible that turn out to be decent or even one of the best Pokemon in the game. I have not encountered them yet. Weedle does not turn into one of the best Pokemon in the game. Some people say that he's useful. I disagree. I don't like Beedrill. I just don't. A shady old guy sucked me into buying this weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it costs 500 Pokebucks. I know which one you got. You should listen to this guy. Hi there, may I help you? Alright, they have a couple new things here in town. I don't think they don't actually tell me how much I have. That sucks. Alright, I do need a couple Paralyze Heal. Alright, there they'll tell me. We'll go for 3. That sounds good. Yeah. God, I'm broke. I am now broke. There's also Awakenings. That'll awaken sleeping Pokemon, obviously. Burn Heal. Heals burns. And here are 2 things that are very useful, and as such, I will not be using them whatsoever. There are Escape Ropes. A long, durable rope. Use it to escape instantly from a cave or dungeon. It's a magic rope, because if you were actually to use an escape rope, you would need, it anchored to the entrance of the dungeon in order for this to work properly. But in this game, you can just use it whenever you're in a dungeon. It'll warp you to the entrance. Very useful as you're, caught halfway through the dungeon and you're starting to die. There's also Repels. Repels prevent weak Pokemon from appearing for 100 steps. Now, what do they mean by weak Pokemon? Weak Pokemon means anything that is the first Pokemon in your party's level, well, not its level, but anything lower than the level of the first Pokemon in your party. So, should I use it now? No, I'm done with you. Please come again. Should I use it now? You can see that Rumpus is out in front. He's level 10. Rumpus will apparently scare off anything level 9 or lower. Should I have Tequila out in front, I'll pretty much encounter everything that moves at this point. You're not going to see too many things lower than level 3 out there. But it is useful. If you are in a pinch, I will be avoiding it as part of the challenge. Notice, thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils from Mount Moon. Please call the Pewter Police if you have any information. I will actually just go do it myself. Did you check out the museum? I did not. Really? You absolutely have to go. And then he forces us to go. I don't know how. He's got us on a leash or something. He actually forces us into the museum up top. This is it, the museum. You have to pay to get in, but it's worth it. See you around. Do I actually have enough to get in? Ooh, I forgot how much this costs. It shouldn't be too much. Yes, okay, it's only 50, good. Yes, it's 50 Pokebucks for a child's ticket. I'm 10, damn it, I want to eat off the adult menu. Would you like to come in? If I would say no, but I'm showing things off, so yes, I will show this off for 50 Pokebucks. To be honest, I am very short on money because bug catchers are poor as hell, and I can't shake them down for enough money. All right, 50 Pokebucks, here you go. All right, so we will head in and we'll get to see the museum. It's a very lackluster museum. I've seen better museums that only cost $1 to get into. Here we can see an Aerodactyl fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon. Now, I never was a fan of Aerodactyl growing up, but I've grown to like him more and more lately. He's actually a pretty good Pokemon. I mean, he's primitive and rare, and there's no way to encounter him. I should be grateful for my long life. Never did I think I would get to see the bones of a dragon. Technically, it is not a dragon. This, whatever, we will eventually see that. And here we can see a Kabutops fossil. a primitive and rare Pokemon. Surely none of these will ever prove to be real. Can I? No, they're not going to let me look anymore. There should be another one though. There is, up here. I want a Pikachu. It's so cute. Everybody wants a freaking Pikachu. I asked my daddy to catch me one. Ugh, I've been searching for hours. Yeah, Pikachu soon. I promise, honey. I'll find it. Why do I keep finding Weedles? Space Shuttle. Thank you for the detailed description. This month we're running a space exhibit. Yeah, like replica. Like 6th graders built this, and now it's like, hey, we charge $20 extra just because it's here. A moonstone, huh? What's so special about it? Looks like an ordinary rock to me. Oh, how little you know. July 20th, 1969. Is that Woodstock or something? Humankind first set foot on the moon that day. Wait. You're not supposed to be in our reality. This is some awkward reality where there's trainable animals everywhere. I bought a color TV just so I could watch that news. I'm pretty sure the moon footage is just in black and white. So that was a wise investment on your part. A meteorite that fell on Mount Moon is thought to be a moonstone. Wait, are they not going to show me the, there we go. No? Oh, I gotta be missing something here, because there should be a third Pokemon. I don't remember if they show it off, but there should be a third one here. Right, there's Aerodactyl, here's Kabutops. Are they not gonna show it off? I feel like I am missing out, because there definitely is a third one around here somewhere. Well, it might not be here, but there should be a third one that they're showing off. That makes me mad.